Hey guys, it's Kat, and I just realized for the intro I probably should have took the ears off. Today I'm going to do a chatty get ready with me. I'm back. My brows are done. They look super intense, like on camera, but like, if only you saw them in real life, barely look like they're there. So, this is why brows frustrate me. I think the worst part is that like, it's not that I don't know what I'm doing, it's that like, my brain and like, hand do not work together. They're like on a different page. Like, same with my brow. It's like all three do not want to work together. It's like one is thinking this, one is thinking that, and the other is doing completely the opposite. So, I don't know.
Yes, Mommy said something I'm putting on my face on my dirty desk. And I wonder why I get these. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's because I forget to wash my face and I get too tired so I don't want to. But that's not the point.
I should probably start out with explaining the fact that if you saw my Facebook, I originally was going to do a gender reveal on Easter at my Easter lunch, like my family's Easter lunch. And honestly, it sounded like such a great idea for so long. I like don't even know how I figured out how stupid of an idea that is. Because if you didn't know already, Easter this year is on April Fool's Day. So, like, honestly, I knew that when I said it, but I was like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal. And then I just thought about, like, how much my family likes to prank and how much fun I'd have to, like, I don't know, it was just, I don't like the way it falls. Because one thing is, I never wanted to do anything on, like, holiday, but, like, I just wanted all the family to be there, almost like a gender reveal party. Because I was like, oh, I mean, since the family already be there, well, I feel very lost now. Because I thought this was the one that I used the last time I did my makeup, but it's not. I don't know what to do. Because I don't want to open it, because, like, obviously that's why I didn't use it last time, and that's why I grabbed it this time, because that was the same as last time. Well, that's a predicament.
So, what was I saying? Oh.
Why doing it on Easter became a bad idea. Well, you're going to get to see my pretty calculator while I do this. So, like, a huge reason was just, like, why I wanted to do it was because, you know, I wanted all my family to be there, or, like, you know, for it to be more like a gender reveal party, I guess. But, like, then I thought about it, and, like, it was just my family, and I was, like, completely leaving out anyone else that would, like, want to be there for a gender reveal party. And, like, including, like, the father's family, like, including the father of the kids, like, side. And it wasn't even like I was trying to leave them out on purpose, like, oh, I didn't want them there. That's not how it is at all. Because I just honestly wasn't thinking about it like that. Because I was like, oh, well, it's not a gender reveal party, but, like, it kind of was. That became part of an issue. I didn't realize that until we literally posted it and I thought about it. This is, like, hard to multitask. How do beauty gurus do this? Like, I can multitask, but, like, when I'm doing my makeup, I gotta, like, focus or else I'll end up looking like a clown. So this video might end up real bad. We'll see. We'll see. At least you'll get to witness it. Witness the death of my makeup. It just became very stressful at that point because I like realized how stupid it was to do it because like a lot of people weren't gonna be able to make it, and so not only is it April Fool's Day, it's Easter Sunday, and it's a Sunday. Like, if it was, like, Halloween or something, I feel like that wouldn't be that big of a deal. Actually, I love Halloween, so I would have loved that. I should say I love fall. I don't really care for Halloween. I just like haunted stuff. So what I did was primed my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Because it, like, when I do a full face of makeup, that's what I use. I just use it because, like, I'm going to be using the concealer anyways, so. But it's, like, too full coverage for if I was not doing full face because, like, then it would go under my eyes. As you saw, I only used the smallest amount that I really could have. And I had, like, friends that I wanted to go that couldn't, and Honestly, most of my friends are really busy anyways, so I also didn't want to like leave people out, because if it was a gender reveal party, there'd be like more people I'd want to go. But it wasn't supposed to be an actual like gender reveal party. It was supposed to just be like a gender reveal for me and the father. So then I was going to try to do it a different weekend. But my mom is the one that was going to be doing it, and it was like my grandma just had surgery on her eye, so it's not like she could go and plan a really cool reveal, and like we wouldn't want to do it without my mom anyways, and the next weekend she could come up would be either the weekend before Easter or Easter weekend. But I didn't want to make her drive up like multiple weekends in a row, because like that's just a waste of gas and her time, and like she's busy and has a lot that she has to get done as it is, and I just didn't want to add to that. And like the whole thing became super stressful on me, and like I can't even blame anyone else. It was totally my fault, and I let it stress me out, and I really shouldn't have. But it got to the point where I was like, this is not worth the stress. Like, choose your battles, because you're gonna have a lot of stress with having a kid. So don't get stressed out over stupid stuff that you don't need to stress about. Sure, we'll call it that. Next, I'm gonna do eye makeup, and I have not at all decided what I wanted to do with that. And I literally have 5 palettes over here to figure out what I want to use. I'm going to set the concealer with a shade from Makeup Geek that I don't know what it's called. I think it's like Vanilla Bean. It's like a white one.
Tap off the excess.
To start off, my mom and grandmother, do I ever call her that? Grandma. They found out Monday, I believe, and then Tuesday is when I decided I wanted to know. So, and today is Friday, so I haven't even known for a week. Another thing is, like, I wanted to know before everyone else. I'm gonna go into the Modern Renaissance palette and I'm gonna go into the mauve shade. Wow, you see all that? That's great. And I'm just gonna put that as a base to blend. I used way too much. Nuggets. Oh well. I like make such a mess with doing eyeshadow. So for how I found out, I had my mom go into Kroger and video chat me and show me the color of the balloon that was the baby's gender. So I thought it was fun, unique, and might sound stupid to others, but it was free, which is another thing. Like, I was thinking about the fact that like it's so stupid to spend money on a gender reveal if like we're not doing a gender reveal party, and like babies are expensive enough as it is. So she did like a countdown, and me and my grandma and my grandpa were sitting in the living room, and she showed me the balloon. And the first thing I said was, I was right, because I said it was a girl. Not that I cared what the gender was, but I just knew it was a girl. Like, based on our families and like the symptoms I was having, which honestly mean nothing, because some people have the same thing. Like, they'll think it's one gender and then it ends up being the complete opposite. Obviously, it's like a 50-50 chance. So then the next person I told was obviously the father of the baby, and I had to rub it in his face that I was right. We joke a lot. If we don't joke, there's something wrong. Like, I don't even know how we would get along if we didn't joke about stuff, or like mess with each other about stuff. And it's not like we're doing it to be mean either. Like, it's like a joke. So I'm now going into the Naked 3 palette, which I know doesn't have the best blending quality, at least for me it doesn't. But I'm going into the shade Limit. And I'm just kind of mixing that in with the shade from Modern Renaissance palette. Then we told like really close family, like his brother's dad, his grandma, aunts, cousins. Not like all the cousins or all of his aunts or anything, just like closest to us. And then for my side, I don't think we really told anyone. Like, we ended up telling, like, a few people, like, prior to the date that we are announcing it, but not many. And they were all, like, super close to us. Even close friends, I'm making them wait till today. Because it's, like, I don't know, I just feel like it ruins the fun of it if you spoil it soon. The people I told, it's mainly people that like aren't gonna feel like watching the video. Everyone else, it's like, I don't care if you feel like watching the video. You can watch the video because I'm putting a lot of hard work into it. I mean, truthfully, people are probably gonna give it away with like comments, so you're not even gonna have to watch the video. Like, people that want to will watch it and like comment on it, so it's not that big of a deal. Now we're just gonna tell everyone else. I thought that was gonna be a lot more to explain. It's really not. The reason we decided to do it so soon is because like something like that, me and him cannot keep secrets very well, and we would end up telling people, and we didn't want to keep it a secret because like, why? Going back in with the like vanilla bean shade from Makeup Geek and just applying it up here. Try to blend everything out. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna try to use it to blend stuff out. And like honestly, what would have happened is the same thing that would have happened when we told people that like we were expecting a baby. One person would have told another person and then the whole like world would have found out, which is like why I don't tell people things. Like even my bestest friends, I'm not gonna tell things if I don't want the whole world to know. Not that they would tell anyone, but like if someone overheard us, like I'd be really cautious about it. I just don't have a lot of secrets, I should say. I'm not a big secret person. And if I do have something that's a secret, I typically don't want to share it because it's a secret. I'm not going to take the same brush and I'm going to go into, let me actually look at the shades. Cupcake from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to put it like in the crease. And it's not even that I have a hard time trusting people, it's just like I don't care to tell people my information anymore. Like when I was younger, I used to like want to tell everyone everything, and like I was more of an open book. This eye is like watering and it's annoying me because it's like you're messing with some makeup. And then it gets all gross like in my inner corner and it's like, stop it. Ugh.
Work this in, blend it out, you know. What else can we talk about?
The reason we're doing the gender reveal like is because it was actually my idea. I wanted to do a video, so like I had it forever, and like I'm honestly so happy we went about how we did because we got to see everyone's reaction like one-on-one. And like, I don't know, I always hate when people like want to see my reaction to things, you know, when you're like opening gifts at like a birthday party or something and it's like super awkward because like I just don't know. I don't like how I react sometimes, and like sometimes I like it'll come off that I'm reacting like one way, but I'm really reacting another. It just looks like I'm reacting worse than it is, if that makes sense. So I don't ever want to give the impression off that would hurt someone's feelings without it being purposely.
Not that you should purposely hurt someone's feelings, but we're human and sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do.
I feel like I didn't think this through with the talking part. I don't know if this is pink enough because I want it to be pink enough to show in the video, but not like so pink that it's like, girl, calm down. You know what I mean? You probably are like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's okay. Another reason I'm happy we did it the way we did it was because like I wanted to know before anyone else, and like I know my mom and grandma knew first, which is fine. I wanted to be surprised, but like I wanted to know before anyone else, and that's basically what happened, except like obviously my mom and grandma knew, but I'm glad they got to like react and deal with however they felt, which is probably good because my grandma wanted a girl. Like she knew it was a girl. Like she literally was calling her she before we knew. And honestly, if my grandma wants something, she's getting it. So I'm like pretty sure she even knew I was gonna be born premature. Like the day that I was born, she like knew that day. Like she knew something was gonna happen. Like not that she's like psychic, but like she just knows things. It's kind of crazy. My mom does too though. Like she just like knows. And like that's a thing you see in movies, but like my family's actually like that. Not like they know when I'm like up to something. Okay, I'm like actually never up to something. Not something that actually matters. Might be like up to making a mess or something, but I'm never like actually up to anything bad. Just like know things. More important things than like what I'm up to, because again, what I'm up to is pretty irrelevant. One thing I'm really happy about is like I don't know how to raise a boy, but a girl I mean, I'm a girl, so I know. And I know girly issues, and, like, I don't know guy issues, so it makes me, like, happy, relieved. I wouldn't have minded a boy, but, like, just because, like, there's, like, not a lot of boys in my family. Like, girls are outnumbering both me and the dad of the babies' families. Like, girls are completely outnumbering it. But here I am, gonna add to that. So there's so many things I could use. So originally I wanted to use, like, a pink, one of these two pinks from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. But they're very, like, pink and yellowy, and, like, it's, like, too much. Like, wow. Me saying glitter is too much. I want it to be pink to where you can see the pink, but, like, not that pink. Like, it's just a lot, which is why I was trying to darken this up more, but it's just, like, too much. And there's already a lot of pink that's going to be happening, so a more subtle pink will do. What's next is I need to decide what pink I want to use. I'm thinking about using a pink from the Naked palette. This one. I was thinking like one of these shades. I'm going to go in with the shade Burnout. And to be honest, a lot of the stuff we already have is girl stuff. And like, a lot of the outfits are more on the girly side. There's a lot of things that, like, it said it was gender neutral, and I'm like, that straight up looks like girl clothes. Or, like, it would be in the boys section, too, and my grandma's like, well, it was in both, and I'm like, it literally looks like girl clothes, but maybe it's a baby thing, too. Like, babies can get away with it more, like, obviously. But I just, like, wouldn't ever want my kid to get mistaken as a boy if they're a girl, because I feel like this is really awkward when they're like, oh, he's so cute, and it's like, yeah, she is. Because then sometimes people still don't get the hint, or it just creates for an awkward situation. Tell, I really overthink stupid stuff. I'm going to use this shade Dust, and I'm just going to just barely put this on the center of my lid, and I really shouldn't have put it right there. I'm going to go in with this Eco Tools brush and go into Limit and Cupcake, and Limit and Cupcake, and dust it off. And I'm just going to take just Limit and try to blend this out more.
I'm like honestly 90% sure that all was pointless, but it's fine.
It's better to have too little and be able to add in than to have too much and try to wipe it away. However, I feel like these shadows, instead of blending out, Naked palette kind of sticks in like places you don't want it to, and then like blends out in places that you don't want it to. As you see, I don't have the highest views on it, but it has a lot of pink shades, which is why I like it. I know there's like a lot of palettes with pink shades. We have it, so. Plus, I wanted it so bad, and then it disappointed me, and I was heartbroken. It was really disappointing. I wouldn't say I was actually heartbroken, but it was disappointing because it's like, I wanted it so bad. I saved up money and got it. I think I'm going to try to give like a slight lined effect without actually using liner. Love letter. This is scary dangerous. I used to love liner and like be fairly decent at doing winged liner, but, or at least I thought I was. But my eyes have been creasing and I'm like, what are you doing? Although it explains my skin, because I'm pretty sure my daughter is draining every bit of potential beauty that I could have. But it's fine, because that means she'll be beautiful. At least to me. I think I should have a story time. I will talk about the fact that my views on like horror movies have completely changed. So before I got pregnant, I used to love like haunted houses and like horror movies. Which, I don't know why, because, like, I'm horrible to go into a haunted house with. I lived by one of the amusement parks, so I would get seasonal passes to it. I would go all the time. But, like, the one thing I loved was, like, a Halloween haunt. But when I first started going, I was, like, too scared to be actually going, and I probably shouldn't have went. But I went with, like, friends. So that's the finished eye look.
I dirtied, like, 400 brushes in the process, but it's fine.
Honestly, don't even know what's happening. 1, 2, oh, nuggets. I grabbed a lot. Take this brush and try to dust it off. Like my cleaning method, I just dust it off. I actually do clean my brushes, but I mean like not when I'm in the middle of doing my makeup.
Just trying to make sure it's blended out. It probably doesn't get completely away, but it's fine.
It for eye makeup. Now we gonna move on to face makeup. Oh my gosh, we are so far behind. So far behind. So to finish off what I was saying about like horror movies, I stopped watching them with being pregnant because definitely forgot to finish what I was saying, but basically it can make all of your vitals and everything raise and make the baby uncomfortable. Some people do like huge triangles for like under their eye. As you saw, I already kind of did do a bit of concealer already, so I don't like to do that. I want to avoid cake face as much as possible. It's still gonna happen because, I don't know, my skin just hates me. I've even tried like the tricks that they say to do, and it's probably just like the products I use and like in which way I'm using them, but like my skin also always changes. Like one day one foundation will work for me and the next day it'll look completely horrible. And I will use it the same exact way, and I'm like, how does that even happen? But it sure happens to me. I don't do my face makeup enough to kind of understand what works with my skin, what doesn't, what works with what foundation, what doesn't, for me. And like everyone's different, so I'm gonna use a little drop of the,
Oh god, that's not a little drop. That's fine.
of the Makeup Forever Professional Paris. Wait, I think that's the brand. I think I know this brand. Ultra HD foundation. I'm hoping it's a foundation because I've been using it as foundation. Oh, Invisible Cover Foundation. Nuggets! How many times am I going to drop stuff in this video? I'm so upset. That was a really overdramatic gasp.
This is disgusting. I do not recommend doing this. I cleaned up the foundation that I got all over the desk. Because I didn't want to waste it.
I honestly don't even know why I put foundation on because I could have just been fine with a concealer. That's definitely not enough foundation. I don't know why I thought that would be enough. Like 4 of those pumps. Well, honestly, I think the Beauty Blender is soaking up a lot of product though because, I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it wasn't like as little as it was acting it to be.
You know what I mean? No, you probably don't because I don't even know what I mean at the moment.
I'm not being very talky because I'm very focused on blending this out. But my face is looking so cakey.
Why?
I mean, honestly, probably the way I did it. No matter how I do it, it looks cakey. It's just annoying because, like, I can't win with makeup. I honestly also hate foundation when, like spending time on my makeup because it still looks like, you know those, like, white chocolate bars? Or, like, cookies and cream chocolate bars, I think is what it is. Where it's, like, super bumpy. And, like, I don't know. That's what I literally look like. Because, like, my acne. But anyways, about horror movies and, like, haunted stuff in general, I loved it. I loved it before I was pregnant, but, like, it gives me really bad anxiety. Like, I used to watch a lot of shows, like, Criminal Minds and, like, SVU. I still watch SVU a little bit, but only with someone else. Like, I won't watch it by myself because, I don't know, it just creates, like, this weird anxiety, and it sounds stupid, but my mom gets the same way, so she won't even watch horror movies. It's also why, like, my mom, when I was younger, did not want me watching stuff like that, and, like, she hated me watching, like, for an example, American Horror Story. She hated me watching it, which, like, honestly, I stopped watching it after, like, the 3rd season because it just wasn't interesting to me anymore. I just realized I forgot highlight. How did I forget highlight? For some people, that's no biggie. For me, that's a huge biggie. I'm just gonna use this one. It's the Laura Mercier powder. I get, like, super oily on my forehead, so, like, gonna have to try to really set that in. Because the only shine I want is from my highlight that I forgot. Next thing I'm gonna use is this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is, like, the first It's light bronze, so I know they came out with more, but this is the one I have.
Bronze up the cheeks. Yeah, these are cheeks. What did I think they were?
I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't know if I like it because, like, I don't feel it, like, does much. Then if I don't blend it out, like, one time I didn't blend it out, and it was for, like, a parade, and I, like, realized it when I was, like, in the car, and I was like, oh my gosh. And obviously I didn't have my brush with me at that point. If I didn't care enough to blend it out, why do you think I care enough to bring a brush with me? I could try more with my face makeup, but, like, I don't care that much. Because, like, my skin kind of just sucks right now. And I'm not complaining because, like, whatever. It's life.
Use the side to push that all in.
I'm now just going to apply blush. Ooh, I think I used way too much. Oh, well. I honestly rarely apply blush because it just, like, either doesn't show up or, like, shows up way too much.
Hello? Yeah. Making sure it wasn't a robber. Yeah, robber's not gonna respond.
I just used the Tartist contour. That's old, honestly. They say they expire after like a year or 6 months. It's been like 2 years. That's probably part of the reason I break out, because I don't care about expiration dates. But like, it's like brand new. Why would I get a new one? I'm gonna use the Becca Champagne Pop, which I really wanted this to be the powder, but I ended up grabbing the cream and I didn't realize it. And I'm not even 100% sure how to apply anything like cream product. That's why I don't use cream bronzer. For someone that has oily skin, amazing how much I like highlighter. And I'm not talking I like just like a highlight. I'm talking I like my face to look like I'm sweating. Because honestly, I probably am. And it just like, glistening instead of sweating. Just kidding. But I'd rather purposely apply the shine than like my body to decide where it's gonna go. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up with my eyes and lips and I'll be back. Okay, so all I did was curl my lashes and put nude eyeliner on my waterline. But I forgot that I need to set my face. I'm gonna set my brows. I'm just gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter and set my face with it.
Now look what I'm doing now.
It dries pretty quick. Okay, now I'm gonna do lipstick and mascara, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I cleaned up the makeup mess that was on myself between my hands and like mascara. I don't know. So I use the Essence Lash Princess mascara, and like I have a love-hate relationship with this. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it like annoys me. I just don't even understand what's happening with my lashes. And like same with all my mascaras, to be honest with you. And then like with Clinique, I used their High Impact mascara to try to like fix it, and it did nothing. Because it's like what I would use for more of a base mascara. For lips, I have on the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Lumiere. I want to add this because like this is just so dark and it's like too dark. But I'm nervous. So I wanted to do it on camera in case I fail. That way you can watch my failure. I honestly don't know what that does, but it like, I don't know how I did it, but I managed to do it. I don't know that it lightened it up, but it made it more glossy, so. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible 8-Hour Pro Gloss in... Did you just hear that? I hope you heard that slam.
Who just died? What? Did someone die? No, I hit my heel on the table. Oh, it was really loud. I know, it hurt. I bet. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay.
In 105. It looks intense and like super glittery, but as you see, it like just really nice and like, I don't know. And I really struggle to find glosses that I actually like to put over lipsticks, and that's like my favorite. It's cheaper than Buxom White Russian. And I got the plumping one, and I'm pretty sure there's one that's not plumping, and I should have got that one because the plumping is intense, and like most of the time I don't plump my lips because I may lack lips, but I still don't want to plump them. I don't want to take these cat ears off, but I know I need to. So I'm gonna fix all this and then I'll be back to end the video. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'd pull you in closer, but the skin is looking rough. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably way longer than it should be, and I probably didn't talk as much as I wanted to, or at least in the way I wanted to. I probably talked at really awkward times. I'm sorry. This is my first makeup-y video that I'm actually posting. So, anyways, I gotta go do this gender reveal. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it below, but you should check it out because I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!